gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of Dwarf Fortress. Now, as you probably remember... oops, that's actually pretty funny. I didn't notice that. Hold up, I want to say something. Okay, so putting it there will actually not create the duplicate. Mices. So, yeah. Hold up. Yeah, whatever. It's distracting me. Okay, so let's focus on this. Okay, so this is Dwarf Therapist. It's a utility that... I wonder if I can actually... No, I can't. Okay, so it's a utility that enables... Don't worry about that later. Enables you to edit your dwarves. It's a much simpler and more effective utility than the in-game UI, so I prefer using it. So what we're going to do is we're going to designate you two as minors, and that now we're going to designate you two as that, and then the last three is everything farming, including wood burning, milling, planting, oops, I forgot that I did that. Animal husbandry stuff, and bone carving as well. I think I'm also going to do... No, I'm not going to designate them as furnace operators. So, once I'm done with all of this, I hit commit. It's committed the changes, and switching over to Dwarf Fortress, once I press... Okay, now looking here, nobody has any jobs. But, once I press start, give it a couple of ticks, as you can now see, these four have jobs. These three do not, because we're not farming anything yet. So now they're off doing their thing. I'm going to quickly go down here to take a look at this. So it's peat. I don't know if we can actually get anything good from peat though. Or at least I don't remember if we can. Oh, went a little bit too far. Now, as you can already see by pressing K, already some stuff is growing. Which, that's fine, that's fine. Doesn't take that long for some things to start growing. Oh, are you serious? Some of the... Oh well, we're probably going to be draining that lake anyway. Now, the reason why I am designating them to be channeled instead of simply just digging, and someone already has become something other than what they started as. That is someone now. Oh no, 2 people actually have professions now. So as you can see, well, except for the expedition leader, everyone is designated, well actually including the expedition leader, everyone is designated as a peasant. That's simply someone who has no specific job. These 2 people are miners. That's their job. More than likely, my people that I designated as woodcutters are actually going to become wood crafters because there's not that many trees around. But the main thing is, however, there is, as you can clearly see, a lot of wood. So yeah, once this is done being channeled out, I'm going to clean it up a little bit, take out these extra little slopes that aren't needed anymore, including that one as well. But then I'm also going to be mining into the underground finally. This right here that I've done, this is just simply me making a centralized location that can be easily defended, I guess you could say. So this will be the only entrance into my fortress. So now that that's done, I hit Z, do that, then I hit D and go in like so, maybe a little bit like that, and then I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This right here that I've done this to creates a single entrance. That I can just branch everything out of. Like for instance, this is going to be by 4. This is actually going to be the workshop area and a central shaft going all the way down. So now one of my miners is doing that, plus... Now, once I start getting migrants and all of that, one of the main things that I also actually do is... in this area right here, where there is nothing, I actually place a simple barracks area so that my militia is consistently always near the entrance. And the reason why I want that is just in case an invading army decides to turn around and attack us, my army will be right there waiting for them. So instead of having them like deep in the fortress, they'll be right there waiting. So it won't take too long for them to get to a defensive position. Now, how it is that I've done this. This is one way that I could have done it. Another way that I actually could have done it, and I've gone down a few floors to show you, is actually, so let me quickly do the same layout that I had there. Oh. Press X to undesignate something that you don't want designated. So here's the same exact layout that I have up here. The difference that I'm doing here is this right here, the set priority. So I press minus. Now let's say I want them to mine out the actual hallway first. So I set this to 1, and I set these to 4. What this means is the miner dwarves, they will go through, mine out as much of the 1 that they can get to before turning around, going to the 2s, any 2s that they can reach, and then any 3s they can reach, any 4s they can reach, all the way down to 7. 1 is the highest priority and 7 is the lowest priority. So they'll do any task that is set at 1 before any task that's set at 2 through 7. If I am remembering it correctly, taking care of their needs is set at priority 1. Well, if I'm remembering it correctly, what that means is, like, say they're dying of thirst, or they're thirsty, they're just simply thirsty. A dwarf will stop. Actually, I think it's set at priority 0 because I've seen them stop mining out a 1 before as well. So no matter what, a dwarf will stop whatever they are doing to take care of their needs. Now, as you can see, because I actually sat and messed with the priority thing, it actually now always will show me what the priority of the task is. That's just a simple backdraw of it. Their backdraw, or whatever the phrase would be. But that's fine. I don't mind it. I don't care. It's not that important to me. What is, however, is that they get this stuff mined out as quickly as they possibly can, which right now is, as we can clearly see, still fairly quickly. But that's only because they're just simply dealing with dirt. The harder the material, the more dense the material, the slower it will be for the dwarves, especially dwarves just starting out, to actually mine it. So, like, let's say they were dealing with slate. Now, slate is a material that's designated as not being able to be mined at all at the start, but that's fine. Now, one thing that I have also actually noticed is, as you can see, I just designated several actual layers of the up-down stair. How it is that I did that is I pressed enter once to start the designation, held shift, and hit the greater than sign on my keyboard to go down the layers. And then I went to layer 9, and that created a designation for an up-down stair on every layer between 9 and 1. In this case, but 9 and 2 on the case of what I'm actually doing. So press X, just to ensure that I get all of them. So now Dwarf is going to be going down, and he's going to be digging that out, which I want him to dig it out, and he just hit some silver. Hit A to get this little menu, and like for something like this, hit Z to go to the source of the thing. Now for some reason, and this probably can be changed in the settings, but whenever you do the AZ, the zoom to location, it actually will pause the game. I personally don't find it that annoying, especially if it's like an invasion or something, or like strange moods. I actually prefer to pause the game in those cases, because I want to quickly turn around and actually set it to follow the person. Okay, so that's that done, dealt with. It looks like we're going to be getting stone right away. So when I'm going to turn up, oh yeah, I had C instead of D. Oops. What I'm going to turn around and do is designate a 12 by 12 as a simple stockpile. I'm also going to actually turn around and designate the same on the other side. Now these are just going to be the initial stockpiles to try and get everything into the fortress. Later on, I'm going to probably have some sort of stockpile floor that's just filled with a bunch of stockpiles. In those cases, I'm probably going to have them at 11 by 11. Probably. Don't know if I will or not, though. So yeah, the issue with designating a large area to be mined out is, well, it takes the issue with designating 2 large areas to be mined out with only 2 low-level miners is it actually is rather slow to mine both of them out. That's fine. That's fine. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the sound. Huh. I think I actually disabled sound in my game. Interesting. Oh well. I'll figure that out later for the next episode. So yeah. as I said a couple of days ago in the Crusader Kings episode, for those of you that were listening, or for those of you that are only watching me for Dwarf Fortress, I guess, which wouldn't be a lot of you because I've only done one series on Dwarf Fortress and I haven't really done anything with it for a while now, so there's that. But yeah, so as I said in the Crusader Kings series episode a couple of days ago, expect at least 2 episodes of the 5 series that I'm doing. Wait a minute, how does that work out? Oh no, I'm only uploading every 5 days and I'm doing 5 series with 2 episodes a day, so there's that. Okay, yeah, I figured it out. Okay, so now I'm gonna press P, press T to enter this menu. I'm pressing E on everything except corpses, refuse, stone, the bars and blocks, gems, wood, and sheets. All of those are going to be getting special they're going to be getting their own personal stockpiles. Now everyone is actually turning around and moving everything into the fortress, which is a good thing. We want them to move everything into the fortress. Oh, and also while I'm at it, I guess I can designate the beginning fortress, the beginning workshops to be built, like for instance the, make it a willow, the still, the carpenter's workshop, and we'll just make it a shale, the farmer's workshop. Let's see, we also want a mason's workshop, a butcher, a tanner, and a kitchen for now. I'm actually also going to turn around, designate more stuff to be mined out. Oh, damn it. Yeah. So now, as you are going to see, this dwarf, he's actually going to ignore the spaces for the workshops until he has fully mined out the hallway. Oh, looks like we're going to be mining a trees branches as well. So now, as you can see, Now they are actually turning around and digging in the out the workshops, or the space for workshops. Now, hold on, let's actually pause this. As I pause this, it's going to be a little bit of an extra long episode because of this, but this is actually important. Of the other things that we actually have to do, there is, hold on, set that to 4. Also, actually, I almost forgot one of the most important aspects of Dwarf Fortress. That is, I almost forgot to actually give them a farm. Okay, so that, and also I need to turn around. It designates an area. Now it's going to be on the surface. It's going to be, where is it? N for that. If I'm remembering correctly, that needs grazing, 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 and that needs grazing. If I am remembering correctly, only those need grazing. These don't need grazing as much because, well, they're not grazers. I think the ones that I designated as grazers are the grazers. I'm probably going to be butchering the buffalo and the horse, mostly because they're not a breeding pair. And that would be the only reason why I would keep them. If it was like a male water buffalo and a female water buffalo, then I would keep them. Same thing with in responses, if it was a male horse and a female horse, I would still keep them. However, because it's a water buffalo and a horse, because they're not actually a breeding pair, I'm not going to be getting more out of them, or anything, probably. Okay, so what I want to do is, okay, so I actually can't brew from plant yet. So the reason why I cannot brew from plant is because I do not have an empty food storage item. So yeah, that's the stew of seeds is one of the cheap items that I made. Yeah, I actually want this dug out as quickly as possible now, so what I'm going to do is set them second highest priority. So once they're done delivering the items, unless they need to take care of a need, which it looks like they do. Let's see, it's... oh no, they're... huh. Interesting. Wonder why they're not mining it. Oh well, either way. we're going to take care of the farming and stuff in the next episode. So, I wonder why. Either way. So, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I will see you all next time.